everybody.
Hi everyone.
Mr. and Mrs. Traveler here.
Welcome back. It's ElleKosGlam.
So glad that you could join us today.
Thank you so much. Make sure you give us a thumbs up if you're new to our channel. Welcome. Comment below and let us give you a warm welcome. We appreciate you. And if you want to, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to our channel. Just jump over to Mr. Traveler Cruise Lovers, where we talk about traveling, all things travel. We mostly talk about cruising, but there's a pandemic right now, so we're not cruising, but we will soon. And make sure you stay tuned for more.
All right, everybody. So today we're going to talk about the battle of the low-cost airline.
Ooh, Spirit versus Frontier. Let's spill the tea.
All right, so we have been on Spirit Airlines many times, and recently we had an opportunity to experience Frontier a little bit, Frontier Airlines as well. We go back with Spirit back to the days of before they charged for stuff.
We flew Spirit so much that we decided to start changing up with our airlines, but we noticed that Spirit was the cheapest, so that's all we can afford back in the day.
Yeah, well, what was nice about Spirit back then, like I said, they did not charge for baggage and seats and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. They weren't doing that thing yet. But as the time went on, of course, they were one of the first ones back in the day to start charging for luggage, and it was just a slippery slope from there. Everybody started charging for luggage after that, right? It
was like a domino effect with all the airlines, and we were so mad.
Kind of what got us going off of Spirit and onto Frontier was our little rip-off event that we had with Spirit picking our seats, which you can see here at your leisure. Basically, in a nutshell, what happened to us, and this has never happened. Like I said, we've flown Spirit quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. We were like Spirit experts.
Right, and flying from Florida up to Michigan, see family and everything quite a bit, or vice versa, them coming down to see us. This is a pretty good route for Spirit Airlines, and it's usually very affordable. Mm-hmm. But our last time that we went on Spirit, they did something very sneaky to us.
Yes, they did.
And basically, in a nutshell, you go online 24 hours before your flight, up to 24 hours, and you can check in for your flight, and you can have them assign you seats for free. Mm-hmm. You can also purchase seats, that's fine, but you can pick to have the airline choose to pick the seats for you.
That's right.
Now, we've flown Spirit many times. We've flown Spirit with 8, 9, 10 people sometimes.
Yes, a lot.
And when we do the online check-in, always, it puts you in seat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It keeps your family together when you do the online check-in. However, this last time that we did it, and I thought, well, maybe the first time was just a fluke or something. Mm-hmm. But no, they did it again. So basically what happened was we did our online check-in. It put me in 16A and put Mrs. Traveler in 32B at the back of the plane. So I go online to, obviously now I have to purchase a seat. And that is what they are wanting you to do. At least that's my theory. Mm-hmm. They want you to go on there, earn additional revenue by separating the family, and they know you want to sit together. So at that point, you have two options: either fight it out, three options. You can either take what they have, fight it out when you get to the airport, and hopefully somebody will swap with you so you can sit together.
You have to get there early to do that.
Or buy the seats. So I say, you know what? I'm just going to buy the seats so we can sit together. Mm-hmm. When I go online and I look, 16B, which is next to me, is available. 32A and C next to her on either side is available.
Yes.
So why didn't it put her in 16B, or why didn't it put me in 32?
And being as we was booking at the same time with the last name, we knew something was special.
Well, it was the same reservation number. Wrote it off as a fluke, but then they did it again a second time.
Yes, they kept separating us.
So that's when I realized Spirit Airlines is doing this as an additional source of revenue to make people purchase seats if they really want to sit together without a hassle.
By the time we finished buying the new seats, it was more than the original ticket.
Yeah, it was. So after that, we started trying Frontier. So that's where we came up with our video with Frontier. We're going to kind of go through the similarities, differences between the two to help you make an educated decision when you're looking at airfare and they're close or whatever, you can pick. Basics where they're really similar at is prices for bags, prices for carry-on. They charge you for larger carry-ons. There are certain limitations to the carry-on sizes that you can take. So you can take a book bag with like a regular standard school book bag you can take with you. That's what I always take with me when we go there. Miss Travel has a little mini suitcase that she takes that fits those dimensions.
For some reason, they always checking me.
We're getting to that. Okay. So anything larger than that, they'll charge you for that, both airlines. If you want to pick your seats, as we were just talking about, you can do so by purchasing those additional seats. You can do things like skipping the line, purchase getting on the plane first, so those kind of things right there, right? Very similar.
Right.
So let's talk about where they're a little bit different.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I think one thing that I like about Spirit as opposed to Frontier is the layout of the front of the plane.
Okay, what do you mean?
So Spirit has what we call the big front seats. And depending on the size of the plane, they may have 3 or 4 rows of the big front seats. I guess it would be considered like the first class section on any other plane, but you really don't get anything bonusy for it except for you get more room. So I do like those. Like we went to Cancun for our trip.
Oh, they were comfortable.
I opted to get those. It was a special occasion. I spent
it was a little splurge for our anniversary.
I think it was $60 per seat. So it was like extra $240. Again, the seats cost me more than what the flight did actually. But it was worth it to have that nice big seat and everything. It was nice to have the option to be able to do that. Frontier does not do that. They do the rows of 3 all the way to the front of the plane. And as a matter of fact, they charge extra for their front seat as well. It's like a premium seat, so they charge a little bit more for it.
Oh wow.
But it actually is a very uncomfortable seat because it doesn't have the movable armrest or anything, and it has the thicker armrest. And for gentlemen of healthy girth, these are not very comfortable seats to be
women too.
Yes, if you are if you're a little on the healthy side,
right,
they're not very comfortable at all. If you're on the thinner side, perhaps it might work out for you, but
the
not
arms
comfortable at all.
don't move though.
Right, the arms don't move, and you're literally
kind of tight,
sandwiched in there.
Right.
Spirit also has similar seats in their exit rows.
Really?
Remember we did that?
Yeah.
The exit row?
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did that exit row.
And
there's a little difference in there.
Yeah, it was nice having the leg room, but again, we were squished in.
You have to in the exit row. You have to sit straight up. You don't get the option of leaning the seat back.
Yeah, you don't get to lean back, but it's just tight. And that's one thing the Frontier does have is they have some premium, what they call premium seats with the extra leg room, where you can stretch out a little bit, which is nice. That's the ones that we actually got, which was pretty nice. We were able to be a little bit more comfortable in there, and it was not a bad ride at all. So as far as the fleet, Frontier is actually growing really fast. They're one of the fastest growing airline companies now, especially for low cost carriers. And they have taken the crown from Spirit of having the newest fleet. But Spirit does have newer planes, and Frontier is getting new planes. So their planes are pretty comparable, I would say, in size and everything.
Me too.
But Frontier can boast that they have the newer flights, and they're expanding their routes all the time, going to different places. One of the biggest considerations, I think, for the difference between these two airlines, and Spirit better wake up and take note. When you purchase your suitcase, if you want to purchase a suitcase to take with you, so if you're going on a cruise, and this, to me, this is a big deal, especially if you're going on a cruise, because you pack a lot of different type of outfits on there. You got your beach outfits, your dinnerware. You're taking a lot of stuff with you.
I know I do.
Yes, I know you do. Actually, my suitcase is actually heavier than hers.
Yes, it is. I end up using all the toiletries. It's heavy when it's going down. It's light coming back. Spirit
Airlines baggage weight for general purposes, there's a couple exceptions to this, but in general, if you're just booking a Spirit and going somewhere, your weight limit for that is 40 pounds.
Not 1 ounce over.
Not a single. Yeah, we're going to get to that in a minute. Frontier is 50.
Oh, that's good.
And the pricing between the two is pretty comparable, depending on where you're going and everything. So that 10 pounds to me,
that's a difference.
Is a difference maker.
That's a huge difference for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's a difference maker to the point that sometimes if you're going somewhere, like when we went to Detroit, we can share a suitcase with 50 pounds.
Right. And sometimes your suitcase itself is like 5 pounds itself.
Yeah.
So once you finish putting everything in there, your shoes, the clothes, toiletries, it's heavy.
Yeah. So to me, that's a huge difference maker right there. Having that extra 10 pounds really could make a difference on what you're carrying. That's another suitcase perhaps, or trying to shove everything into your carry-on. And then as we've been saying, I think probably the biggest downside that we've seen with Spirit, I didn't necessarily say with Frontier, is what we call the bag police.
Oh, I have a lot of stories to tell about the bag police. It seems like I'm just a bag police magnet when I go to the airport. They just look for me. They find me too.
So Spirit Airlines actually has employees a lot of times.
They call it prospects.
Roaming through the guests that are lining up for your flight after you're already at the gate. Yep. They're roaming through everybody waiting there.
They only come out right when you line up.
Right, because at that point, when you're at the gate, they get to charge you more.
Yes.
So they'll actually walk around with a tape measure.
Yes, and they are very loud, and they let you know they are there.
Checking.
Checking.
Pull a tape measure out. Oh, you need to go see the person up there.
Yes.
So we literally have been, back in the day, went from here in Orlando to Detroit, no problem.
Right.
With her carry-on. And then came from the same carry-on from Detroit back to Orlando.
That fit the dimensions.
Out there measuring and tried to get her for $100. And I'm like, it's the same one we came here with. So
it happens all the time, but the prospects are so strict and firm about their positions at Spirit that they get loud with people, and we have seen some people get into some major arguments over their bags. Because some people are coming back from vacation, they spent all their money, they don't have any more money. So Spirit like, wait a minute, you have that big bag, you can't go on this flight with it, you have to check it, which is more money. So we've seen a lot of arguments over that. Comment below and let me know if you fly a lot. If you do Spirit and you see the prospects walking around, do they catch you, and have you seen some arguments?
Get you at, especially Spirit. Now, I have not seen this with Frontier.
We have not seen this with Frontier.
Where they'll get you at, ladies, is even if you have a book bag or something that is within dimensions, you better not have a purse too.
Please don't have a purse.
Because that purse is considered your personal item, and now that backpack is considered a carry-on.
And then that's how they try to get me. So they come to me and they walk around, they look for my purse. I have my carry-on in my hand. Checking. And I'm looking like, of all these people, I have no purse. Because you know what I do? I put my purse inside my carry-on. That's how I get away with it.
Or under your coat or whatever.
Or under my coat. I have to hide it. They always come to me every flight. And we fly. We flew three, 4 times this year already, right?
Yeah.
We flew a lot this year. And checking.
Yep.
I could just hear it in my ear. They just walk right to me because they figure since I'm glam every time I fly that they have a target.
Oh, I know she's got a purse.
So I just be quiet and I sit there and I let them do their job, and I try to look at Mr. Traveler and conversate like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I know exactly what they're doing, so I just blow it off and keep going. But we have seen some major arguments over that. Comment below and let me know if you have to. To
kind of sum this all up, and I will be very honest, really, my personal favorite is Southwest. I love Southwest Airlines and all that. But as
of hearts.
As of lately, their prices have been a little bit
elevated.
Yeah, that's an excellent word. So when you're looking for that deal, we just want to take this time to elevate your awareness of Frontier Airlines, because I know from back in the day, people probably know Frontier from maybe going like to Vegas. Yeah. From certain places like that. I remember back in the day that Frontier was like a Vegas thing, and it flew to Vegas.
Everybody was going to Vegas.
Like 2 or 3 times a week, and that's it. So
my brother loves Delta. He likes racking up his rewards on Delta. They have a really good program, and then you can watch TV on Delta. So he loves Delta.
True.
And you bring 8 bags on there, right?
And if you've got the Delta American Express card, you know, you get the bags for free and all that stuff. So it's a good perk on there.
That work out.
Here's the thing, with Spirit and with Frontier, you do need to add up the total cost. So do you need 1 suitcase? Do you need 2 suitcases?
That's where the money come in right there.
And so you want to compare that to what you're going to be getting with Southwest, because Southwest with your airfare you get 2 free bags plus to carry on, and you don't have to worry about all this stuff that we're talking about with the bag police and all that stuff. So you have to look at what their prices are for them. For Delta charges for bags too if you don't have that credit card. So you have to keep that in mind. So Southwest is a pretty good option, but you have to compare your Spirit, your Frontier, and what that total cost is going to be. And their websites have done a really good job of showing you total cost on there, whereas before they didn't used to do that. Now it's showing you what your actual total cost is of everything, including your bags and all that stuff. So it tallies it up for you. Truth in advertising, I guess, kind of a thing.
Yeah, they do a lot of marketing.
I would say this, keeping our focus on Spirit and Frontier, if I had a comparably priced airplane ticket on Spirit or Frontier at this time, based on everything we've talked to you about, I'm taking Frontier.
I'm taking Frontier. I'm taking Frontier. We are budget flyers. We do a lot of traveling. We have family that live in Michigan. We have to fly about 3 or 4 times a year. That's the minimum. We usually fly more than that. Like within the pandemic, we had to fly 3 times. So normally we fly up to 6 times to go see them, or they fly down here. If you have family out of town, we recommend Frontier. You have got to try Frontier. We loved it, and it was economical.
Yeah. Hey, so tell us below what you think. How has your experiences been on Frontier and Spirit?
Yes.
What's your tips and tricks for Frontier and Spirit?
Yes. Spill the tea. we need to know that. And thank you so much for watching.
Yes, we thank you so much. There would be no us without you, and we appreciate each and every one of you.
Head over to Mr. Traveler Cruise Lovers, where we finish up this conversation, and you'll be the first one to know when we post.
On Facebook.
And make sure you hit us up on Instagram. I'm ElleKosGlam. This is Mr. Traveler 74, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thank you so much for watching today. Comment below and let us know what's your favorite airline. Maybe we'll try it.
And if we can help you book any future travel, give us a call, 877-697-4470, or you can reach us at www.mrtraveler.com.
Life's short.
Have fun, guys.
See the world.
Get on out there and see it.
Get on the airplanes. Bye, everybody.